Friends, I'm Dr. Shaib Shahid. We are discussing about the various aspects of human development. And it is interesting to note that in this process, we do not pay attention on the early stages of mankind. When it is the right time, their personality take form and they develop various kind of attitude, various kind of concept, and through those experiences which we have with them, they develop their own pattern of thinking, and which become their lifestyle or pattern. They perceive the world from that point of view. I have already discussed with you. The main thing is this: keep in mind the psyche, which is very rich, very sensitive, and very sharp, very restless. When this is given an shape and energy in a disciplined form, then has a peace inside. It grow up with the logical thinking, with the reasoning. Otherwise, whatever experiences they have, they develop their own thinking. Mostly, what happens when we do not take care at that time and give proper attention and reinforce to the right kind of behavior with logic, then they have a different kind of unorganized system. They're undisciplined. Their mind become out of control, and then they follow their attention uh, according to their needs, inner self. So they have no control on their self, and they have their own assumed psychology, and they are confused. They are in trouble, and they develop various kind of method and technique to survive in the society. So, in other words, whatever decision later on taken by these psyche, they are mostly extreme, and they are abrupt, and they are out of control, and they are not based on reason, rather on the wishes. That's the reason in religion, main focus is on the moral ethical values, a disciplined self, a controlled self. So the psyche should be creativity, have a creativity, and they develop a meaningful kind of society, helping each other and prosperity in it. So it is very interesting that we do not give attention to this factor, and in love, we give too much attention to the child. They develop their own style. You ignore their faults, they become a permanent their habit pattern. Suppose if they tell a lie, they kick or crush some poor person, or they misbehave with the servant due to the I may say influency and richness. That pattern become their permanent pattern in their life. So in this way, we ourselves create these narcissistic kind of personality, abnormal kind of personality. So keep on looking on these phenomena which I am presenting to you. They give importance to the outer self, and they want to maneuver the thing. So it may be male or female. I mean, we are not talking some particular person. I'm talking about this personality trend or narcissistic trend, which is in everywhere, because it is not the fault of these people. It is the fault of the parent. It is the fault of the society. It is the fault of the unjust system. It is the fault of the people have been crushed. The way you see, rich are richer, poor are poor. And then what the poor should do? Those who are smart, they make the system and they become the control over the situation through their own technique. So these are the things which make them, such kind of thing. I have given you that one part. Now comes the second part. Second part, when a child is given over attention, whatever he sees is right. Even he calls you bad names, they will make fun and pleasure. If you do something a wrong kind of activity, you take it for granted. Nobody is going to correct it. Whatever he says, you give him money, everything. Where you use, how you use, nobody care for it. Then you see, if you think that money is the sole solution, you give him maximum thing due to the affluency. They have no model. You have no. They have no child that they may be organized. They may be their energy should be systematized and it should be disciplined. They are unorganized, undisciplined kind of children. And then say if there is a rivalry and you favor certain child, the other way develop the other kind of personality, and the one who has been favored, he become narcissistic that I'm the center of attention and I should remain center of attention. In order to remain center of attention, I should use everything, whatever is possible to have my attention. So that is his mission of life. And then he says, well, life is how to get attention, how to get attention by physical makeup or by words or by through money. And if he has come from rich family, then he can know how to get attention. If he killed some person, if he has done something wrong, and he is under some kind of legal procedure, rich parents in the underdeveloped countries, they pay money, and they those who are criminal, they become like innocent, and those innocent, they are trapped in this way. This is the trend which is going on between the rich and poor, between the discrimination in our social system, and nobody care because there is no accountability. Because if there is accountability, judiciary, this system is also corrupt in this way, in this system. I'm not saying everywhere, I'm only giving you the negative aspect. Now what happened in that society, even political system, in a judicial system, in a business, even in the daily life system, those people who are doing all these illegal, criminal kind of things like bribery, like I may say hoarding, like human trafficking, you see lot of international kind of criminal or these things that happen. They were not born by birth with this kind of tendency, narcissistic or I may say criminal kind of concept. So reason is this: we when we come in this world, we think now we have come, we have to survive. So the our one side is given attention, our outer self, our physiological need. Nobody care for the psychological needs. Economic needs, I repeatedly told you, if they have been given balanced, I'm using the word balance, please don't misinterpret it. Sometimes I use it and you interpret in your own way because you perceive from your own concept. So a lot of my words are misunderstood because everybody is giving meaning, remaining meaning from his own psyche. You perceive from that point of view. What I'm saying is a balance is this, that neither you give him over, neither ignore them. I mean, if you give them warmth, understanding, love, respect, and security and appreciation in a balanced, organized system under law of causation, that you have done this, now you are given this reward, now you have done this thing. So then they have a balanced, beautiful kind of personality. But if you say that my job is just to have a kids and provide them food, provide them money, and whatever use of model, I mean, do it, you have no time for them. If you are not educated, you don't know the psyche of human being. And then what happens? The child has to grow. If the child is intelligent, they are very sharp, they are very sensitive, they are perceiving, picking up those things which you are ignoring. So my concern only in this today presentation is whatever personality is given, it is shaped by the society. But you give him physiological needs, sometimes they are not given the physiological need, they are crippled and they have aggression, depression, anxiety, tension, and they come with the various kind of complexes. And if you ignore their psychological needs, they are more complicated kind of personalities. Reason this, the society is following one trend to have maximum, have affluency uh, monetarily, but they are not caring about the psyche due to which you are calm, ashraful makhluqat, unique, better than the mankind, better than the, I may say, animal and our kind of creature. So what I say, the best balance was given to old people by their religious people, by their balanced people who care about the psyche, about the human nature, and they teach them how to have a balanced society, not too much bending toward the monetary affair or worldly affair, rather see the internal affair, the psyche. So if a person say that who has created me, why I'm created, why I'm in this world, is there be any accountability? But as far as you are young, strong, or stout, nobody care. But when the time like me, when I'm old, then you know, oh, why this and this. And you see sometime who has died, and is dying, then you are scared. I can only concluding. I'm taken too much. Concluding with this word. During 9/11, I was working in New York when the this happened. Uncertain situation, nobody prepared. So I'm a police captain. These were um, they were their procession was going on. I asked my friend, "You say this is the life and death?" The lady said, "Don't talk me like this way. I get depressed. I don't want to listen about the death." So, when you are in prosperity and these things, you are not going to think about this. But reality, this you have to die. You have to face the reality. And on the day of judgment, you will be asked question. If you have done something wrong, nobody cared, then you will be called to question. So, with these words, I'm just quoting this surah just for those people who says this life is all. God said, no, life I send you with the freedom of choice, with senses, with these prosperity and facts, and I will call to question because it is not given granted for ever for every person without asking the consequences of it. So God will bless me inside. Please, if something wrong, you don't feel it, ignore it. My job is not to hurt you. Thank you very much, and I will keep it giving you next segment why we are running after self too much.
ثم جعل من بعد ضعف قوة ثم جعل من بعد قوة ضعفا وشيبة يخلق ما يشاء وهو العليم القدير.
Allah is the one who created you from weakness, then made after weakness strength, then made after strength weakness and white hair.
Aye.
He creates what He wills, and He is the knowing, the competent.
ويوم تقوم الساعة يقسم المجرمون ما لبثوا غير ساعة كذلك كانوا يؤفكون.
And the day the hour appears, the criminals will swear they had remained but an hour. Thus they were deluded.
وقال الذين أوتوا العلم والإيمان لقد لبثتم في كتاب الله إلى يوم البعث فهذا يوم البعث ولكنكم كنتم لا تعلمون.
But those who were given knowledge and faith will say, You remained the extent of Allah's decree until the day of resurrection. And this is the day of resurrection, but you did not use to know.
فَيَوْمَئِذٍ لَا يَنفَعُ الَّذِينَ ظَلَمُوا مَعْذِرَتُهُمْ وَلَا هُمْ يُسْتَعْتَبُونَ.
So that day, their excuse will not benefit those who wronged, nor will they be asked to appease Allah.
وَلَقَدْ ضَرَبْنَا لِلنَّاسِ فِي هَذَا الْقُرْآنِ مِنْ كُلِّ مَثَلٍ وَلَئِنْ جِئْتَهُمْ بِآيَةٍ لَيَقُولَنَّ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا إِنْ أَنْتُمْ إِلَّا مُبْطِلُونَ.
And we have certainly presented to the people in this Quran from every kind of example. But, O Muhammad, if you should bring them a sign, the disbelievers will surely say, You believers are but falsifiers.
كَذَلِكَ يَطْبَعُ اللَّهُ عَلَى قُلُوبِ الَّذِينَ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ.
Thus does Allah seal the hearts of those who do not know.
فاصبر إن وعد الله حق ولا يستخفنك الذين لا يوقنون.
So be patient. Indeed, the promise of Allah is truth, and let them not disquiet you who are not certain.